All right, guys, Mike here with the watch list video for Wednesday, September 18th. Just quick reminder, tomorrow is FOMC day, and this one's kind of a big deal. You know, there's a big question flying around out there. Is it going to be no cut, quarter point, half point, or I think some people in the government were begging for a 3/4 point. So, you know, who knows what the hell's going to happen. But I'm generally not a big fan of the 2 days, the Monday and Tuesday before that. They can be pretty choppy, but you can see, and I've been saying, I kind of felt like the SPY might be going to all-time highs. Well, it hit it today, and then kind of had a reversal. I don't know what to expect tomorrow, but I'm going to log in just with a watch list, right, and then a gap play watch list, and hope to catch some trades before the 2 o'clock announcement. After that, I don't know if I'll trade because I've never been great at that. Let me give a hat tip to Cody today on Cody B in chat on GLMD. Gave a fives buy zone idea, which was around 925. Not the time, but the price, GLMD. We'll look at that real quick. And from the 925 fives buy zone, if you happen to catch it, it went to 23.80 without stopping out on 60 cents risk. So that was a really nice post by Cody. Let me throw this up there. New members, please pause the video and read it. It talks about what we're all about in the chat room, but the short version is basically day traders, and I look at individual stocks, and I'm in cash every night. So we just work together to find A-plus setups as the day unfolds. And so let me go into the possible stocks we'll be watching tomorrow. I should say the stocks we'll be watching tomorrow for possible setups. So SMSI, big pop today. That may give a continuation setup. DTSS, kind of the same situation there. First Solar, which is FSLR. Got my horizontal line here. You can kind of look and say there's kind of a big cup and handle, or here's a smaller cup and handle, but interesting over this area. WHLR has been in play lately, and today topped out at $10.23 before closing at 9:30. But maybe through 10 tomorrow, knowing that today's high is 10.23, and it may never set up at all, right? But that's something I'm kind of thinking. GLMD closing way off its highs, and as I'm talking to you now, it's under 12 bucks in after hours, which often happens when you have a big runner like this, and then it closes well off its highs, and after hours it continues to fall a little bit. But I will have it on a chart. PLCE is very, very extended. I was watching this for a pullback play today. I was impressed that it put in this gap down yesterday, right, and a red candle after this big move, and then today just took off again. And I know there's a lot of shorts in the name, maybe fewer now. But certainly one to watch. It's very, very extended. Deserves a spot on a chart, though. Really, probably for the next week or two, right? Because it does give nice trades. RCKT, nice volume spike and a nice pop. Maybe a follow-through day there. The letter U, which is Unity Software, has had a really nice run, but today put in an inside day. It's still doing pretty well, so I'm going to keep that one on the watch list. SAVA. Trying to break out of this, you know, if you want to call this a range from here down to here. Tried to break out of that today, a little extra volume, maybe a follow-through day tomorrow. DJT, this one, I'm not sure what to think about this, but it had this big move. Let's see, this would have been on Friday, and now we're kind of round tripped, which makes me like it less, but still worth a look for maybe a potential bounce from this area. So I'm just going to treat it like a bounce play, and it may never set up. SMMT, speaking of bounce plays, has had a huge move. I don't always get my choice, but I prefer 3 days down into the buy zone between the 8 and the 20 period moving averages. But sometimes the stock is so strong, you get 2 red days and it's back off to the races. So it does land on a chart for me tomorrow. NNE also had a nice run from down here in the 7s up to whatever it was, over 16, right? Then a couple red days on declining volume. Looking for that one maybe to turn back up tomorrow. And then I'm going to throw Lunar, L-U-N-R, on watch. Came back in after hours and saw it popping. And so that one is certainly interesting to watch tomorrow. They had a nice sounding headline. And as I'm talking to you, it is trading at $7.22. So it's trading all the way up here. You can see back here in March, it hit $7.31. Certainly an interesting stock. We've been watching it over the 6th level, right? And then you had 2 red days. I'll tell you what, if it hadn't popped in after hours, I might have put this on watch after these 2 red days back down into the buy zone anyway. But now it turns into a gap play. So if it's still gapping nicely tomorrow, we'll treat it as a gap play. And that's it for me. I'll see everybody in the pre-market. We'll add some more gappers to this list. And until then, we'll see you in chat.